What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing an episode 3 recap of Exchange Season 4. This episode was pretty okay. Nothing serious really happened. I just feel like this was a great episode to showcase the personalities of each contestant. But without yipping yap, let's just get right into this episode. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I would love to hear you guys' thoughts about the season as a whole and the episode. Alright, so the MVP of this episode, for me personally, is Woojin. He really surprised me. He's really funny and all, but I'm gonna get into exactly why he's my MVP. But this episode starts off where episode 2 ended, where it was revealed that Yusik and Minkyung were exes, so we get right into their meetup, and it is revealed that they dated for 9 years, since 2017, and they met in high school. So Yusik, he was a senior in the acting department and then transferred to the dance department where Minkyung majored in, and they shared snacks and all and got closer together. Then Yusik eventually asked Minkyung out. Then they began to have a secret relationship. So it seems like all of the students knew about the relationship, but they kept it a secret from the teachers. And the teachers didn't want them to break up, but of course they kept dating and all. And it looks like they grew apart because Yusik, he was planning for his future and he got pretty busy. And he couldn't meet on anniversaries. And I guess that was like a breaking point for him. Something that the MC or the panel said that was pretty interesting was that I guess since in high school he probably did everything he could to meet with her, although he was busy. But my opinion is, okay, like, high school and him being adult is different because him being adult, like, that's how he makes his money. That's how he's going to support you guys in the future. So I kind of was kind of like not feeling the reason, although I get her side as well, like not being able to meet on their anniversaries is something important. But if it's like the 100 day or like just like a random anniversary, I don't think that is that dire. But if it's like we met on this day a year ago, or this is when we began dating, I feel like those are like the more important ones. But she didn't say that like he was super duper tired, and when they did meet, he would sleep. And I guess she just didn't like that he just wasn't attached to her side as much. So immediately once I got this breakup reason, I was like, they don't need to get back together because it's going to be the same problem. I don't see how it like gets resolved unless Yusik is just working way less now. But I feel like Yusik was just preparing for their future. So I don't know. I get both sides, but then again, it's just like it's whatever. And then we are shown their pie graphs that they did before entering the house. And he wants to get back with her, but she is more interested in meeting other people. And then it's revealed that they dated from July 29th, 2017 until January 8th, 2025. And y'all, so that means that they broke up like 5 months before the show started. So honestly, this made me think of like the casting process, because like I know like they try to get like more diverse couples, but this is fresh. This is extremely fresh. So I see why Yusik is still kind of like interested in her and all, but I don't know. And it kind of like answers my questions with some of Min Kyung's behavior as well. Now we're back at the dorm and we get into Woojin. So Woojin, he opens up his farewell package. He said that he wanted to open it before he left and got his day started. And when he opened it, he said that he missed her at that moment. So that's just something that I wanted to note. After that, we get right into Yusik and Ji Hyung's date. Ji Hyung said that she picked him because her view on him changed after the ex introductions. She thought that he was a player. And he was like, girl. His first impression of her was that she was different from the others, and he said that this was positive, but she was like, what you mean by that? And he was like, oh no, it's positive. Yusik then said that he was curious about her, and then I wrote, Ji Hyung is practically over heels. Yeah, Ji Hyung, she was like foaming at the mouth. Like, this girl here, like, she really likes him. I feel like she really likes him. I feel like Ji Hyung is the type of girl, like, she'll give her 100% on like any date that she's on. But she was being really proactive, because I feel like all the guys are pretty shy. Like, this date, I was like, oh, Yusik's really shy, but even the other dates, everyone gave off like that shy vibe. But yeah, I feel like Ji Hyung really likes Yusik, and I feel like she thinks of him very positively. And then we get into Min Kyung and Bae Kyung's date, and it starts off with Bae Kyung basically saying that him and Yusik are just alike, and that they developed a bromance. So immediately I'm thinking like, if he finds out that Min Kyung is his ex, would he like put like a divide in that? Because I don't know, like as soon as he said bromance, I'm like, okay, so would he like ever pursue Min Kyung fully after the exes are revealed? Min Kyung then said that she might like him too much, and then they chatted up in the cafe. It was pretty good energy, but Min Kyung, she was leading the conversation to me. I feel like at this point, Bae Kyung has a crush on Yoon Young, so I feel like he just was being chill, because honestly, it gave like friendly vibes, it gave friendship vibes, because he just was laid back for real. I feel like if he really had like interest in her, I feel like the date would have went differently. I mean, he did call her cute or whatever, but I feel like he really, really has a crush on Yoon Young. Speaking of Yoon Young, we get into her and Woojin's date, And this was my favorite. I feel like every first date on the show should be an activity, and that's what they did. They went and made hats for each other, and I loved their chemistry. Like, their chemistry in the car, like, I feel like they hit it off really well. Like, I'm kind of rooting for them a little bit. Like, they are so cute. But I feel like Yoon Young and Bae Kyung kind of have like a little like subtle thing going on, and I won't be able to fully root for them until I see how Yoon Young and Bae Kyung react on a date with each other. But yeah, I love Woojin. Like, he won me over here. That's why he's the MVP here, because he just was so goofy. He wore denim because Yoon Young said that she likes guy that wears denim, and yeah, like, I love his energy. Like, he's shy, but I feel like out of all the guys, like all of the guy dates, he seemed the most like trying to make it not seem so awkward, because it'll be awkward since it's the first date. But I feel like he did a really good job with Yoon Young, especially since she's like the more hyper girl. So I love this date, and I'm like low-key rooting for them a little bit. Lastly, we get into Wonkyuu and Ji Young's date, and this date was such a key to me. Like, this is so hilarious. So Wonkyuu is awkward as freak. Like, the date starts off, he walks in and ordered himself a drink and just went straight upstairs and just was like, "Oh, did you order a drink?" And she was like, "Oh no, I'm waiting." Like, bro, like, what happened to being a gentleman? But I found it pretty funny. So on this date, Ji Young is pretty much like pushing his buttons. Like, she's interested in this man whether he likes it or not. She's being super straightforward, and he can sense that, because he was like looking really awkward throughout the dates in like certain moments. He then states that he likes younger women, and she states that she likes older men. And he basically read through the lines with that line right there. I wrote, "He reminds me of a robot." Wonkyuu, like he's so awkward to the point where it's funny to me. Like, in certain parts of this date, he looked like a hostage that was constantly looking around for some help. And honestly, he's going up on my stand list just for that. Ji Young then notes that she believes that Wonkyu's ex is not in the house yet, but Wonkyuu believes that her ex is there. And it seems like he was saying that he believes that her ex is Bae Kyung, which is pretty interesting, because I started to think that as well at the end of episode number 2. After everyone went on their date, everyone returned home, and Ji Hyung and Bae Kyung had a run-in that was pretty interesting. Like, Ji Hyung and Bae Kyung, like, they talk to each other as if like they're friends or so. Like, at one point I was thinking that they were exes, but I truly do not think that they're exes anymore. I'm just like, I don't know, like, they have such a weird dynamic. Like, I wonder if they work in the same field or if they just know each other beforehand. But I'm pretty sure like that information is going to come out beforehand. But that run-in was pretty interesting. And then the other thing that was notable when everyone returned home was the Hadak gate. So Yusik and Ji Hyung, they went grocery shopping, and Hadak is supposedly Min Kyung's favorite snack or something. So she thought that Yusik brought this for her. But then in the confessionals, it's revealed that Ji Hyung actually brought it because she enjoys it. So that caused some confusion, and I found it kind of funny as well, because Min Kyung clearly has Yusik in the back of her mind still. Like, who is she for? Like, she's saying that she wants to meet other people, but then again, I feel like she probably really did think that before they got in the house together. But he's been like paying attention to her and stuff like that, so I feel like she's probably catching like a little bit of feelings. I feel like she's probably at 15% out of 100. But yeah, I feel like something's kind of like starting back up with them just a little bit. Although I do feel like Yusik is starting to like, all right, like, there's other people that I can explore. So I feel like they kind of like swap places in a way. After the Hadak gate, everyone gathers and they begin to send their messages. So here are the love lines of the night for episode number 3. So there's no need to investigate this. Everyone texted their date except for Bae Kyung. Bae Kyung texted Yoon Young, which, as I said, like, they have something brewing. Like, they clearly have something going on. And I have to wait until they go on a date to actually see if they really have chemistry, because all they've had so far is a bowl of cereal together. So yeah, he clearly likes Yoon Young, and I guess we'll have to wait out and see what that connection is going to give. But with that, that's the episode. It's crazy how this is only like 12 minutes long. But this episode was pretty straightforward. Like, nothing really happened. It just was the dates, and just like me just trying to see like what kind of chemistry each couple gave. So in summary, I feel like Min Kyung and Bae Kyung are like friends vibes. I feel like Yoon Young and Woojin could possibly have something. Yusik and Ji Hyung had the most chemistry, I feel like, in my opinion. And then Wonkyuu and Ji Young, Ji Young's 100%, and Wonkyuu I think is at like 25 at this point, because he seemed to like warm up to her when they got back home, when they gathered up to like set off their text messages. So we shall see. But I feel like Wonkyuu still has to explore the other women, so I'm not sure if he'll come back for that connection with Ji Young, and then we have to think of game changers and all that will be added in later. But I feel they could be cute. I'm not rooting against them at all. But with that concludes the recap of episode number 3. This episode was just pretty like straightforward and low-key kind of boring a little bit. But episode 4, on the other hand, is chaotic, and I can't wait to get that recap out to you guys. I'm about to work on that in just 1 second, so make sure you guys go check that out. But make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and please leave any ideas, and feel free to comment anything you like. But with that, I'll see you guys in a bit.